You're watching the Northeastern News program that keeps you up to date, aware, and informed on all things related to Northeastern High School. This is High Street Morning News.
Good morning, Northeastern. Today is September 11th, 2023, Cycle Day 6. My name is Jacob Zambito.
And I'm Sarah Lesher. Now to our announcements.
Seniors, there will be a senior class meeting on Wednesday, September 13th, 2023 during AP. All seniors are expected to attend. This meeting has priority over all other meetings and activities. If you have any questions, please reach out to Cook, Knizik, Newcomb, or Sodal.
There will be a stage crew session on September 20th from 6 to 8 p.m. on stage. If you are interested in joining the stage crew for this year's musical, please plan to attend. If you have any questions, please reach out to Dr. Ward.
Varsity Club will have their first meeting on Monday, September 11th during AP. The meeting will be held in the main gym. Please plan on attending. If you have any questions, please see Mr. Stevens or Mrs. Moore.
H&L Team Sales will be here on Wednesday, September 20th at 6 p.m. through 7:30 p.m. at the high school old cafeteria to do varsity jacket fittings. Anyone interested in purchasing a varsity jacket must come to the fitting to place an order. If anyone has any questions, please contact Mr. Stevens in the athletic office located in the 9th grade office.
The first Dramatics Club meeting will be held tomorrow, September 12th in room 209 after school from 2:45 to 3:15. If you are interested in joining our club, please make sure to attend. All are welcome. We will be discussing the fall play, this year's musical Chicago, and other activities for the year. If you have any questions, please see Dr. Ward or Mr. Anstein. Now let's check in with Amaya to see what today's sports and lunch is.
Saturday, both the boys and girls soccer teams faced off against Elizabethtown. The boys tied 2-2 and the girls took it home with a 2-0 victory. Today, the golf team will play at Bridgewater Golf Course, and the JV boys football team will be facing off against Central Dauphin East away tonight. The varsity girls tennis team will play tonight on the Bobcat home courts again against Dallastown. Now, the following cross-county athletes medaled this weekend at Unionville 2-mile dash. Griffin Riddler, 6th, Sofia Tragila, 7th, Rebecca Wards, 22nd place, Sierra Blaker, 25th. Congrats to all our cross-county athletes for an excellent race. They all raced hard even if they didn't medal. Now good luck and go get them Bobcats. Today's lunch is chicken nuggets with buttered noodles. Tomorrow's lunch is Subway with bagged snack. Now let's check in with Marley for the weather report for today.
Good morning, Bobcats. We have the weather today. And in the morning, it's going to be partly cloudy and at 73 degrees. And it's going to continue with partly cloudiness and a little bit of rain today. The winds have been telling me. And by the time we're leaving, it's going to be 79 degrees. Stay hydrated today, Bobcats. Now let's send it back to the desk with Jacob and Sarah.
22 years ago today, the United States faced the worst terrorist attack in the nation's history, when 4 passenger airplanes were hijacked and crashed in New York City, the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., and an open field near Shanksville, PA.
The attacks on that day changed the world that we would be born into forever, including the hunt for Osama bin Laden and nearly 20 years of war on terror.
We're closing today's show with a brief timeline of the events on that historic day, courtesy of CBS Channel 10 in Tampa Bay, Florida.
From all of us here at
The first, American Airlines Flight 11, took off from Boston at 7:59 a.m. heading to Los Angeles. 76 passengers, 11 crew members, and 5 hijackers were on board. The second flight, United Airlines Flight 175, was also LA bound from Boston. It took off at 8:15 a.m. with 51 passengers, 9 crew members, and 5 hijackers on board. The third flight, American Airlines Flight 77, took off from Washington Dulles International Airport in Virginia at 8:20 a.m. with 53 passengers, 6 crew members, and 5 hijackers on board the flight to Los Angeles. The final hijacked plane, United Airlines Flight 93, took off at 8:42 a.m. from Newark International Airport after a delay caused by routine traffic. 33 passengers, 7 crew members, and 4 hijackers were on the San Francisco-bound flight. Just 4 minutes after United Airlines Flight 93 took off from Newark Airport at 8:46 a.m., American Airlines Flight 11 crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center in New York City. At 8:50 a.m., President George W. Bush, who was visiting Emma E. Booker Elementary School in Sarasota, Florida, was first alerted of the crash. At the time, his advisors thought it was a tragic accident. 17 minutes after the North Tower was struck, United Airlines Flight 175 crashed into the South Tower of the World Trade Center. The time was 9:03 a.m. At 9:05 a.m., President Bush was informed of the second plane crashing at the World Trade Center. At 9:30 a.m., President Bush delivered his first remarks on the attacks at Booker Elementary School.
Today, we've had a national tragedy. 2 airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center in an apparent terrorist attack on our country. Terrorism against our nation will not stand. And now, if you join me in a moment of silence.
At 9:35 a.m., President Bush left for Sarasota Bradenton International Airport to board Air Force One. Moments later, at 9:37 a.m., American Airlines Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon. At 10:03 a.m., the final hijacked flight, United Airlines Flight 93, crashed into a field near Shanksville, Pennsylvania after passengers and crew members stormed the cockpit. Their actions prevented a 4th attack. The 9/11 Commission report concluded the plane's target was Washington, D.C., where both the Senate and the House were in session at the Capitol building.
My birthday was September 9th, so I had just turned 9. My dad was one of the 23 police officers, same as Ramon Suarez. I miss him a lot. I really do. Seeing his name in the memorial, it means everything.
On September 11th, 2001, the World Trade Center was attacked. It became known as Ground Zero. After years of hard work and rebuilding, the entire site has been transformed into one of beauty and of remembrance. At its heart is the National 9/11 Memorial. Millions of visitors from all around the world come to this site to pay their respects each year. What they see are 2 enormous reflecting pools that sit in the very footprints of where the Twin Towers stood. The pools are surrounded by bronze panels inscribed with the names of the nearly 3,000 people who died in the attacks of 2001 and the World Trade Center bombing in 1993.
When you come to the memorial, you come up to the edge of each one of these voids, and you see this enormous empty space in front of you. It's a space that can't be filled and will not be filled. It is there where you encounter the names of the dead.
First, the impression you have as a visitor is how many names there are. It's a sea of names over an ocean of tears.
The Memorial Plaza, made up of hundreds of swamp white oak trees, surrounds the memorial pools. One tree is different. It is a Callery pear tree, now known as the Survivor Tree. This tree was at the site on September 11th, 2001, discovered in a pile of rubble by some recovery workers. It was nursed back to health and returned here. And in some sense, it really embodies the whole experience of 9/11 in a living being. It is damaged, but it also shows a tremendous amount of new growth.
And now there are no words to describe how bad it was. The massive debris field, the smell of death completely took over your whole being. To work out of that to where we are now, it was a slow, hard process.
As bad as 9/11 was, it demonstrated that when the times require, we do have the capacity to come together and take care of each other with limitless compassion.
I remember that day. I remember where I was and what I was doing. My generation, we remember growing up with it. It's like you were part of history. Makes me very proud to know that my dad went out the way for strangers. That's what I call a hero. Nobody ever wants to forget those people that passed away that day. Those people were brothers, wives, mothers, sisters, friends, and those people should be remembered in every way possible.
Every single person that comes here is making a contribution. You truly are our future. Thank you.